Good evening. Welcome to NorCal Sports TV's Summer Basketball Camp, along with my producer, Joseph Yanez. I'm Mario Ramos, as we are set for some D-League basketball. And it's the playoffs here between the Altitude, the 1 seed, and the RimRockers, the 4 seed. Winner of this one will move in to the D-League Finals, and that'll be tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. So playoff basketball championship game. As we get started, tip on the way over to Mason Johnson and the Altitude, who are wearing orange and blue. Johnson gets it off to Landon Hansett. Hansett can't get that one to go. Johnson, Hansett, Jansen, Raya, and Nash Burgess, the starting 5. Here for the Altitude, again in orange. The RimRockers rocking the white and gray uniforms. Now with Sebastian Arevalo, Troy Eskis, Evan Juan, Marco Diaz, and Glenn Hall. Hall gets it down in the post. Running hook shot won't go. Ball tapped over to Trevor Jansen. Jansen kick up ahead to Johnson. Back out Burgess on the curl. Layup good for 2. Nice take there from Nash Burgess. Been one of the standouts here at NorCal Sports TV's Summer Basketball Camp. 5-day, 4-night, overnight basketball camp here in Sonora, California. Absolutely beautiful evening. It's gotten cool here at dusk. The lights are on, sun setting behind us, getting some different hues up in the sky. Purples and blues and pinks. Johnson, long outlet pass picked off. Raya able to come up with it somehow and kisses it off with the left hand. Bucket there for Avery Raya. Or nothing Altitude, again the top seed here in the D-League, our junior high division. Junior high, high school, and elementary school. There's Juan in the post. Nice handoff to Hall on the cut. Burgess with the board, looking to push. He's got Johnson on the right wing. Johnson gives it back to Burgess with the rim run, running right down the middle of the lane. He's got his second bucket. Nice look from Mason Johnson. Really a complete point guard, that Mason Johnson. Doing a good job offensively distributing. Here he is handling the ball up top. Arevalo trying to find some space. Offense has been tough to come by for the RimRockers. Eskis slips back door. That'll help when you get buckets like that. Again, easy looks will do it. Troy Eskis getting things started for the RimRockers. 6-2 here in the early going. Burgess inside off the nice dish from Johnson. Smoked the layup. Get back on defense. The RimRockers push it across half court. Going to play 15 minutes here in the first half. The second half will play 17 minutes. We stop every 5 for substitution timeouts. That one goes out of bounds to the Altitude. Every 5 minutes, immediate timeout for substitutions. In the second half, we'll have 2 minutes at the end of the ball game, which we will be able to play out like a regular game with clock stoppages, free throws, the whole 9, as Hall pokes that one away and Jansen tries to throw it off of Hall. He does, but right at Marco Diaz, who's an absolute blur with the basketball. He spins inside, layup won't go. Tapped out to Arevalo. Arevalo trying to spin baseline. Raya sticking with him. Now doubled, gets it over to Diaz. Pass down to Juan, intercepted by Burgess. And Burgess slips it down to Raya, his fall away. Too strong, Burgess with the putback. 6 in the game for Nash Burgess. Off to a hot start for the top-seeded Altitude. And winner of this one moves on to the championship game tomorrow at 9:30. Our 5th and final day of camp tomorrow. Catch all the action on youtube.com/NorCalSportsTV. All's pass goes out of bounds. It'll be Altitude basketball. Got a minute to our first substitution timeout as Johnson pushing it up the court. Gets in the post, spinneroo on Diaz, everything but the finish. Here's Burgess out to Landon Hansett, the three-point contest champion winner last night in the D-League division. He had the highest round. He's hit 12 threes in the championship round to bring home the three-point contest title. His brother almost won the G League division, got second to Owen Joseph. A fun night last night. All the shooters coming around. We even had a dance party bust out by the Caldwell trio. Mason Johnson got a steal, wasted his dribbles, looking for some help. Burgess comes back to lend some assistance. And gives it to him. Thought about the trail three, a little head fake, gets him all the way to the cup. Nice bucket there for Mason Johnson. Again, for my money, he's been one of the better players out here, one of the top guards for sure. Got the altitude, again, top seed here in the G League division. He gets the turnover. There's he picks to the pocket of Arevalo. Youngster from Santa Rosa pushing it up the court between the legs in the paint, drops it off to Burgess. Burgess now gets to the left. The runner over Juan is good for two. 8 in the game for Nash. Burgess off to a good start, 12-2 in favor of the altitude. Arevalo dribbling up top, gets a screen from Hall, trying to shake Johnson. Now doubled in the corner by Jansen, throws this one into the hands of Burgess. Burgess looking for a run out. They got a 3-on-2. Burgess going to take it himself. And another little bucket there for Nash Burgess. And that's going to take us to our first media timeout. The altitude all over the RimRockers to start 14-2 at NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Welcome back. We're there, back ready to play without us even knowing. Sorry for that. Back to the action here on NorCal Sports TV between the Altitude and the RimRockers. It's the D-League playoffs. Championship berth at stake. That'll be tomorrow at 9:30 for the winner of this game. Nice post entry to Hall. Try to slip it over to Aiden Whitaker, who's just in the ball game for the RimRockers. Got Aiden Whitaker, Glenn Hall, Sebastian Arevalo, Marco Diaz, Troy Eskis out here for the team in white and gray. Team in orange and blue. The Altitude, Mason Johnson driving down the lane. No one picks him up. Right down Main Street for the easy bucket. Another bucket there for Mason Johnson. Makes it 16-2. He's got 4. Burgess rips that one away. Burgess on the run out. Burgess drops it off to Jansen. Tough take, can't get it to go. Good defense in transition. There's Sasha Bott. His shot won't drop. It's Arevalo able to poke it away from Chase Taylor. Arevalo looking to push. That one poked out by Jansen. Then Jansen throws it off of Arevalo. But then it bounced off of Jansen, who was already out of bounds. So it's going to be RimRockers basketball. Got Mason Johnson, Nash Burgess, Sasha Bott. Burgess blocks that one from behind. Hall thought he had an opening. Burgess closed that one up. Sasha Bott, Chase Taylor, Trevor Jansen. The remaining 5 for the Altitude. Whitaker plays it into Eskis. One dribble pull up for Troy. Rebound Burgess. Burgess looking to push. Such a weapon when we get the rebound and start the break like this. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson stops. Jansen got behind the three-point line and then got his pocket picked by Troy Eskis. Good defense. Hall up ahead. Hall. That one deflected by Burgess into the hands of Whitaker. And that one blocked by Nash. He's all over the place. Kick up and gets an assist here. As Mason Johnson's going to get the and one, pushed in the back by Marco Diaz. Mason Johnson a chance at a three-point play. Things going the way of the altitude. In the opposite direction for the RimRockers. Here to start, Johnson's free throws short. Burgess gets the O board. Putback won't go. Eskis able to corral the loose ball. Eskis wanted to go behind the back. Able to pick it up. Driving down the baseline. Tough take over Sasha Bott. Good move there from Troy Eskis. Going back the other way, easy bucket in transition for Trevor Jansen. Able to score right after the bucket from the RimRockers. Good job getting it up quickly there for the altitude. Whitaker out to the foul line, ball poked out. Jansen looking to push. He's got Johnson up front, gives it to him, and Johnson does the rest.
Timeout, court 1.
8 points from Mason Johnson, 22-4. All altitude over the RimRockers. Taking a commercial break and be back with more from NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball. Back to the Sierra Outdoor School, nestled in the Stanislaus National Forest, high atop the hill in Sonora, California. The site of the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. We're under the lights. Our final game of the evening, our final night game of the first session here at camp. We'll have 3 morning games tomorrow, 8:40, 9:30, and 10:20. 9:30 slot will feature the championship of the D-League. Winner of this one will get there as Troy Eskis gets inside, draws some contact. 2 free throws upcoming here for Troy. And the winner of this one will head to the championship game. They're going to face either the Energy or the Dazzle. They're currently playing over on the next court. It's a 14-6 ball game on that one. Coming over to this side, RimRockers down big. Eskis got a wedgie on the free throw. Burgess going to see if he can go up and get that. Let's see if Xavier's got it. Okay, X. A referee with some hops right there. He did that in Crocs, too. That's impressive. Resume play as Xavier salvages that one. Eskis bounces this one off to the right, out of bounds. That'll be altitude basketball. The top seed in altitude in command, 22-4. Johnson dribbles back out. Burgess. Hanso and Raya back into the game, along with Taylor, Johnson, and Burgess. Johnson getting the elbow. Back out to Hansett. Dribble drop to Taylor. Taylor keeping the drive alive. Jump stops. Good jump stop there. Hansett. Bounces it off to Burgess. Burgess backing down to the defender. Turns, fades. Short. Johnson comes in and snatches a rebound. Spins to the baseline. Has an opening. Layup off the glass and good for 2. 10 of the game for Mason Johnson. 20-point lead for the altitude. Eskis dribbling up top. Finds an opening. A little head fake. Fall away, rattles out. That was halfway down for Eskis. Burgess again getting the rebound. Burgess now quickly in the front court. Euro step. And that one off the backboard. Bounces right back into his hands. Raya with the mid-range jumper. Butter cheese for Avery. Raya gets the bucket to go. 22-point lead for the Altitude as Raya's got his second basket. 4 in the game. Diaz on the kick out to Arevalo. Arevalo in the paint. Hall gets a step, lift fake, baseline jumper, short. Rebound Eskis. Eskis trying to power it up. Got it to go. How about the aggressiveness here from Troy Eskis on the offensive end? I like it. 4 in the game for Troy. Johnson rocking the dribble. Post pass. They got the mismatch. Burgess going to work. Barbecue chicken right there. Nash Burgess knew what he wanted. He went after it. Got the easy bucket. 10 points in the game for Nash. Arevalo being pushed out further with the dribble. Burgess comes out from behind. Diaz able to get it at the elbow and flings it up and in for 2. Nice take by Marco Diaz to get a bucket. Lead back to 20. Burgess sizing up Diaz. Kick back. Out to Raya. Raya bounces it out. Short corner jumper for Taylor. That's money. Chase Taylor with the bucket. Nice kick out pass as Taylor able to get his first shot. Youngster from Morro Bay. Diaz, a couple crossovers. Tries to fling up another one. Got a minute left to play. 20-point ball game. Here comes Johnson looking to push. He's got Raya with it. Raya up ahead. Another bucket for Avery. Raya 6 in the game now for Avery. 22-point lead here for the Altitude. Taylor, good job getting back after showing some pressure. Arevalo straight down the lane. Raya rips away a rebound. Raya looking up. Gets to the three-point line. He's going to kick it out to Nash Burgess. Burgess spins middle. Fall away off the back iron. Hall with the rebound. Eskis. Nice pass to Hall. Hall, a little lift fake, gets Burgess up in the air and gets it to drop. Good move there from Glenn Hall. Final seconds. Raya gonna launch up a 3. Good if it goes. Got it! Avery Raya at the three-pointer at the buzzer. Count that one. Falling away out of bounds. Gets it to drop. 9 points in the game for Avery. That three-pointer is going to make it 33-8 as we head to the halftime break here on NorCal Sports TV. It's the summer basketball camp. We'll step away for a little bit and be back with the second half between the Altitude and the RimRockers. NorCal Sports TV is where you're watching the summer basketball camp coverage. We're in Sonora, California at the Sierra Outdoor Schools, day 4 of this 5-day, 4-night overnight basketball camp. As Sebastian Arevalo back to the action, kicks it out to Miles Kaplan with the mid-range jumper. First bucket for Kaplan. In fact, we got 5 members of the RimRockers have scored. 33-12. I'm back a couple of points. Beg your pardon. Getting the score squared away. They try to keep me in check over here. Mario Ramos along with Joseph Yanez. Jansen inside runner. Wild Hall with the rebound. Arvalo inside. Kick out to Eskis. Arvalo comes off the Eskis screen. Finds an opening off the left-handed glass. Layup's good for 2. Sebastian Arvalo getting a bucket. Now that's the 6th member of the RimRockers to score. You got Eskis, the only one with multiple buckets. Jansen gets inside and tied up. It's going to be altitude basketball as the RimRockers had it to start the half. Jansen, Bott, Johnson, Raya, and Hansett as they leave Bott wide open down low. Hansett slipped it inside. That's the 5 for the altitude as Bott takes a spill. Hopefully he's okay. Diaz comes up to dap him up. Love to see the sportsmanship. Arvalo kicks it out. Eskis, 3-ball. Got it. Troy Eskis with 7 in the ball game. Again, we mentioned been aggressive offensively. No hesitation on that 3. Johnson rocking the dribble in his bag. Cradles left, right hand. Little reverse action there from Mason Johnson. Made that one look easy. He's got a dozen. 35-17. Arvalo out to Eskis. Eskis launches another. Got it again! 2 threes for Troy Eskis. 10 in the ball game. He's a flamethrower, that dude. Johnson bounces it back to Bott. Raya trying to back down Arvalo. Hansett, 3-point contest champion, drops off a nice pass to Jansen. Jansen can't get it to go. Hansett got the rebound. Hansett dribbles out and then goes back in. Floater too strong, ball loose. Hall fighting for it, trying to keep it in bounds. Ends up taking the spill. Glenn Hall might lead the summer basketball camp in trips to the pavement. That guy's been on the floor pretty often out here. It means, 1, that he hustles, which I appreciate. 2, it means he's around the ball a lot. Sasha Bott for 3. Straightaway 3 for Sasha. Got that one to go. 38-20. Arvalo has it in the corner. Dribbles up. They slip it inside. Diaz kind of the basket. Had that one poked away by Jansen. And we're going to have free throws here for Marco Diaz. He'll be shooting 2. First free throw off the mark from Marco. We'll get one more. Goes 1 of 2. 3 in the game for Marco. 38-21. Johnson into the front court. Johnson, dribble handoff to Raya. Raya turns the corner, finds a lane, layup off the rim. Bott trying to fight for the loose ball. Kicks it out to Jansen, 3 on the way. Bouncing out to the corner, Raya chases it down. Jansen, this time one-footed floater, and gets that one to go for 2. Second bucket for Trevor Jansen makes it 40-21 in favor of the altitude. Arvalo gets it out to Eskis. Eskis, quick trigger. Hit on the way up. 3 free throws coming up for Troy Eskis. And we'll do that when we return to NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Back here on NorCal Sports TV, you're watching the D-League basketball playoffs from NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's all altitude, and they're leading 40-21. Troy Eskis going to be shooting 3 free throws. Hit a couple three-pointers, has Troy. 10 points in the ball game. Got hit. Shooting one from beyond the arc. Misses this one off to the right. 0 for 3 from the foul line. Currently, it's 22-10 in the other D-League playoff game between the Energy and the Dazzle, with the Energy out in front. Eskis splashes that one. 11 in the ball game now for Troy. Young man from Ripon will get one more. The winners of these 2 D-League games will play tomorrow at 9:30 for the championship. Eskis 2 of 3 on that trip. Give him a dozen. He's gotten a lot better, but you've seen the confidence of Troy Eskis really grow, especially in this ball game. He's a designated scorer. Here's Diaz pushing the pace, kicked it out. No, thought about kicking it out. Instead, he takes it himself. Eskis wanted the three-pointer. Thought he had one in transition. Here's Burgess. Burgess will take a transition 3 off the front rim. Jansen rips it away from Diaz. Bucket won't go. Here comes Eskis. Marvallo. Into the cross half court. It's a screen from Diaz. Trying to shake Hansett. Hansett still all over him. Slip it inside to Hall. Hall pounding the dribble. Kick out to Kaplan. One dribble pull up for Kaplan. Into the hands of Burgess, who gets the rebound and likes to push in transition. He's out in front. Fakes it. Takes it. What a move. Nice finish there by Nash. Burgess, he's got a dozen. That was a pretty little ball fake. Get the defender out of the lane. Able to finish right at the rack. Marvallo trying to get to the rack. Burgess denies him. Doing it on both ends of the court. Nash Burgess with the swat. Looking like a young Avery Townsell right there. Oh, he's hopping up. Eskis kicks it out to Diaz in the corner. Diaz triple teamed, finds Miles Kaplan. Hall gets it off to Aravallo. A couple between the leg dribbles. Now he's in the paint. Runner off the rim and bounces back into his hands. Able to get the offensive rebound and keep it alive. Half his squad had run back down the court. Hall keeping the pivot foot. Good footwork. Gets it out to Eskis. Eskis wants a bucket and nearly got that one to roll in. Here comes Burgess. Burgess down the lane short. Kaplan looking to push it. Instead, he's going to get off to Aravallo. Aravallo. Again, using the handles. Dribble handoff to Diaz. Diaz at the elbow, slips through and gets a bucket underneath Trevor Jansen. 5th point of the game. Therefore, Marco Diaz. He's kind of got that little quirkiness to his game where it looks like he might be off balance, but that's where he wants you. You can kind of use your body position and lean in and under around you. Plays with a lot of speed, a lot of pace. Sometimes it looks like he might be out of control, but he knows what he's doing out there. Got a foul down here at this end on the RimRockers. It sends Trevor Jansen to the foul line. Misses the first. Young man from Escalon will shoot one more. And we'll start it tomorrow with 6 games on our network, and they'll start at 8:40. Jansen bounces it off the iron. We had 16 games on our network today. 13 yesterday, including the three-point contest. Diaz kicks out. Eskis, step back 3. And we got a push before that on Jansen, so on the foul. It's going to be RimRockers basketball. Kaplan curls to the corner and splashes home a triple. Nice shot there from Miles Kaplan. His 5th point comes from beyond the arc. 28-42. Burgess, a little hezzy. Pick out long 2 for Jansen. They could actually give him all 3 if he would have hit it.
Court 1, timeout.
And that's going to take us to our 7-minute timeout mark. We'll take a break, come back. We'll have one more substitution around the 2-minute mark before we wrap things up here with the Altitude and the RimRockers in this D-League playoff game at NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Mario Ramos along with Joseph Yanez and NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp at the Sierra Outdoor School in Sonora, California is where we're hanging out. We got one more night before we wrap things up tomorrow night. It's our final game of the evening as we're trying to get some substitutions here for the RimRockers. Our Volo's going to check out. So we got Whitaker, Hall, Eskis, Diaz, and Kaplan will be the 5 for the RimRockers in white and gray. Kaplan just stepped off. Now he's, no, Volo's coming back on. I'm so confused. So Hall, Whitaker, Juan, Eskis, and Diaz, the 5. Whitaker gets inside. Can't get that shot to go down. Burgess up ahead of the pack, slings it down low to Jansen. What a find. And one, Trevor Jansen. Nice pass from Nas Burgess. Trevor Jansen right at the block, took the bump. Getting the free throw to show for it at the end of it. 3-point play opportunity here for Trevor Jansen. 44-28. It's a 7-point game over in the other D-League ball game between the Energy and the Dazzle. Energy leading the Dazzle 25-18. Jansen can't get the free throw to go here. It's 44-28. That one left behind, and Jansen says, thank you very much. I'll take off the other way with it. Layup short. And rebound pulled down by Marco Diaz. Here he goes in a dead sprint all the way to the bucket. Left-hand layup just rolled off the glass. Diaz is so fast. He's almost able to challenge on the other end. He grabs the rebound after Nash Burgess misses it. So he missed the layup and then got back down to the other end and grabbed the rebound off that miss. That's how fast the dude is. Kicks it out to Eskis. Rainbow 3, short. Eskis giving chase over by our hero Cam. And the guy Forrest is going to either get the ball or get Eskis, either one. Going to protect that camera. Mason Johnson back into the ball game. No one guards him. They didn't know he was back in. Gets to the bucket, tried to scoop it up the right hand. Eskis going to let Johnson pass him up as he brings it across half court. Diaz. Juan will fire a 3. Evan Juan. And Whitaker had it sized up, but it bounced off his knee and goes out of bounds. It's going to be altitude basketball. We'll take our next break with a couple minutes left. That'll be our final substitution timeout. In the final 2 minutes, we'll play out like a regular ball game. Johnson, rocking the dribble. Gets it out to Burgess. Burgess head fake. Couple dribbles, gets him to the block. Layup rattles out, and Juan rips away the rebound from Mason Johnson. Diaz getting inside. Tosses it up with the left hand, but he's going to have free throws. Marco Diaz hit on the way up. Got 5 points in the game, does Marco. 1 of 2 at the foul line. He'll get a couple more. First free throw for Marco off the mark. Still a 7-point ball game in that other Dazzle Energy game.
3:56. 4.
Under 4 minutes left to play. The Altitude slipping inside. Bot with the scoop layup. Burgess on the follow. Won't go down. Ball last touched by the Altitude. It's going to be RimRocker basketball as they inbound it. Here with 3:30 left to play. 16-point lead for the Altitude. RimRockers got off to a slow start, but since then they've been able to steady the ship somewhat. This guy's been a big part of it. Eskis loses the handle outside. Will stay with the RimRockers. 12 points in the game for Troy Eskis. Hall over to Diaz. Diaz back out to Hall. Hall turns the corner. Again gets a defender to fly up in the air. Grabs his own rebound. And turns, gets in position, and puts in a bucket. Second bucket of the game for Glenn Hall. 30-44. Johnson with the fall away from the elbow. Into the hands of Marco Diaz. Diaz. Eskis wanted it in the post. Hall has it at the elbow. Ball poked out by Jansen. Burgess. Cuts to the foul line. Got it to go. Nice bucket there for Nash. Burgess. Burgess with 14. 46-30. Eskis dribbling up top, looking for space. Launches a 3 ball. That's going to go out of bounds.
Timeout, court 1.
That'll take us to our 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with the final moments here between the Altitude and the RimRockers. D-League Finals on the line. We'll be back to wrap it up after this. Minute 58 left to play between the Altitude and the RimRockers. Altitude looking like they're going to move into that championship game tomorrow at 9:30, the D-League Finals. We get things started with the G-League playoffs. The G-League being our high school division. They'll have a couple playoff games at 8:40 before the championship games get started. Nice pass from Hall to Marco Diaz. What a find. Good look. These teams can pick up full court now, so the RimRockers picking up the defense. Diaz get called for a reach there on Taylor. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Chase Taylor. He'll head to the free throw line. He got fouled by Kaplan.
35 seconds left.
Minute 35 left to play. Had an 8-point game in that other one with the Dazzle having some free throw opportunities, trying to close the gap. Taylor over on this game. Get the front end of the 1-and-1, goes into the hands of Diaz. Diaz looking to push. Up ahead, again ahead of steam. He's a blur. Now pivots on the block. Shot won't go, rebound Nash Burgess. Bader gives it off to Johnson. Johnson. There's a shot from Hansett. Hansett can't get it to go. Taylor. Taylor with the bucket. Nice shot there from Chase Taylor. His second basket of the game.
1 minute left.
48 to 32. 48-32. Arvalo. Gives it over to Hall. Right back, nice give and go. Arvalo with some space. Johnson with the rebound. Under 40 seconds. Johnson brings it across half court.
30 seconds left.
Burgess going to get it out over to Johnson. The altitude, content to run out the clock. Instead, they get it inside to Sasha Bop. Find Sasha another bucket. He's got 5. 50 spot here for the altitude, 50 to 32.
9,
Final seconds
8,
of the altitude are going to
7,
get themselves to the
6,
championship game.
5,
Burgess with
4,
another block shot.
3,
The
2,
next time we see the
1.
altitude will be 9:30 tomorrow as they play for the D-League Championship at NorCal Sports TV's Summer Basketball Camp.